What's up, guys? We're back at it again with the Destiny 6, talking about Arena. We're going to talk about the 4 comps you can run, the kinds of champs you might see in them, and the kind of champs that are really popular in the meta right now. So let's just get into that. So first off, we're going to talk about the comp that you just saw, which is the control comp, the CC comp. I run this comp and I think it's very effective. It keeps your opponent from acting when you don't want them to, and that's pretty much all the time. So let's get into the codex and we'll look at these champs and why they work the way they do. You don't need the specific champs that I have. All you need to do is keep your opponent locked down. And there are a ton of ways you can do this. Knockback, uh, stun, freeze, chill, anything that keeps your opponent from doing what they want to do, which is anything at all. All right, so the most important is Paper Cur. He's got stun on skill 1. Let's look at skill 1. We've got a 28% chance to stun there for 3 seconds. Skill 2 also stuns, and we have remove a buff. So if they have status resistance plus, defense plus, anything like that, we want to get rid of it and not have to worry about it at all. Okay? All right, he is the main stunner in the group, but not the only one. Then we have Scissors Shaolin. Scissors Shaolin has a great debuff and a buff to your team. She makes the enemy take more damage and you deal more damage. But not only that, she's also got Invincible. It has a 25% chance to stun for 2.5 seconds, and it removes a buff from the target. So buy that pesky Adonis shield. Speaking of Adonis shield, that is the third member of the team. Let's look at him. He's got the shield. We all know it. We all love it or hate it. Solid Stance. Creates a shield that makes you invincible for 6 seconds and damage equal to 600% of defense. So you want to build this guy strong defense. And then he has Giga Crash, which has a 65% chance to knock back for 3 seconds, and it decreases the target's attack. So the 4th slot in this team is really up to you. Whatever you'd like to run. I would suggest running something with a low strike point, because right now with Rock Jun and Scissors Yunuk, you can be dead before you ever get to 5,000 strike points. But that is, I mean, as far as I've seen, the lowest for someone who's actually effective at what they do. And really, I just do it for the cooldowns. I use Rock Helga. She comes in, does a little damage, gives you plus status or minus status resist to your enemies, and you go from there. Okay? Alright, the next comp I want to talk about is Aggro. Aggro just wants to run straight at your opponent's throat and kill them as fast as possible. We're talking about Julian, people like that. Let's look at him. He's not only gonna do a bunch of damage really fast, he's gonna make your whole team do more damage really fast. Okay, so you can spotlight your opponent if you get a critical hit, which, you know, you want to build a lot of crit on Julian, and if you're running an aggro comp, most of your champs. And skill 2 is just, it ignores defense. So Scissor Shaolin would also fit into this comp. Give you a little stun, give you a little removal of buffs, and you're going to do more damage. So anybody at all, 4 stars, any monster in the game that's going to give you more damage, go ahead and run that and see if you can go for the throat. This is going to be very effective for people who just want to get into arena, farm their swords, you know, people who are working out there, who need to get things done quickly. This is going to be the comp you want to run. Then we have the Bruiser comp, which is also Paper Cur fits into that, or anyone with anyone who scales off of HP. Paper Cur scales off of HP. Let's look at him. He does 55% of max HP. My card does a ton of damage, but he's all vitality orbs. He's just a super tank. So 55% of max HP, and on the other one is 52. So those are super good. It's hard to kill him, but he's also doing a lot of damage, especially with bleed. Things that have damage over time and are also very tanky, that's what you want to run in that. Okay, so that's the Bruiser comp. Now I'm going to talk about something I don't think it has enough support to be a viable comp right this instant, but I think it will in the future. So it's definitely something to watch out for. And that is the combo comp. So we're going to look at Zhao right now. Zhao Qi. Okay, so he's rated 97% best. People are using him. I have seen him in the high levels. And the reason that I bring him up, the reason he's part of the combo comp, is that he does more damage based on your enemy's debuffs. Put a bunch of debuffs on them and go to town. It's 1155% of his attack power. So what you want to do, set him up with the debuffs. Maybe rock Francisca to knock him down. She does more damage if they're knocked down. Maybe rock Yanuk, because if they're chilled or frozen, he does more damage. And just burst them down quickly, okay? Before they can heal or status resist or anything like that. Alright, those are the 4 comps I wanted to talk about. Now let's talk about the meta in general, and you guys probably have encountered these champs. Let's talk about Rock Jun. Hey, guy. He's a sweetheart, really, even though he's killing everyone. Alright? He scales off of defense. So you could use him in a bruiser comp, but I have seen him a lot more often in an aggro comp. So 300, 480, 630% of defense. He ignores the enemy defense, and he sacrifices HP, which is another reason he goes right into an aggro comp, because he sacrifices your HP. So you want to kill them quickly, or over time that's going to hurt you. Okay, skill 2, Iron Stance, single target damage, 700% of defense, which is a lot. And then decreases a random ally skill's cooldowns, and 60% chance to decrease cooldown of Last Stand. So he can actually do his moves over and over again. That's Rock Yanuk. Then we're going to Rock Jun. Sorry, we're talking about Scissors Yanuk next, because he is very popular in the meta right now if you have him. Okay, let's look at his skills. AoE damage equal to 500% of attack power if the target's HP is 40% or less, damage equal to 700% of attack power, and lifesteal equal to 100% of the damage dealt. This guy is massive. So you've probably seen him more than once. He's got AoE damage on the second skill. If the target's HP is less than 40%, you're going to do crazy amounts of damage. And he has a recovery ban. That hasn't proved to be a problem against me because I don't run a healer right now in my comp. But for people who do, Scissors Yanuk is definitely somebody you want to watch out for. Alright, so you also want to watch out for anyone that I talked about in my comp. Scissor Shaolin. Scissor Natalia is a big deal. Paper Kerr, Paper Adonis, those are the meta monsters, and we've already gone over those. So let's talk about, this is one you're going to see. This is Scissors Carlotta. Okay? Scissors Carlotta is a cooldown monster. So if you're really relying on your skills a lot, I mean, most of us are, right? It's not just regular attack speed damage. She accelerates all their cooldowns by 200% for 10 seconds, and she's got a little heal that's based on her attack power, and she can remove debuffs from your allies, so that's pretty good. And you will see her, a lot of people running her as lead because the meta is what? Paper Kerr. So we need to destroy him with Scissors. I'm currently running Scissors Shaolin, even though I have Paper Kerr, because to counteract that, okay? Alright. Scissors Natalia, a lot of people are running her as striker or as the main, right? Because we got to counter that Paper Kerr. What does she do? Her skill 1 has 60% lifesteal. If she does a critical hit, it's 80% lifesteal. Okay, and she can remove a buff. It says buff removed, but that is not listed on the skill. Okay. Skill 2, she does AoE damage equal to 900% and lifesteal equal to 40%, 80% if she does a critical hit. Her strike looks amazing, by the way. It's her skill 2. This giant, I don't know what it is, comes out of the sky and kills the ever living life out of your opponent, and you gain all your health back, and it's amazing. I used to run her as strike. Why did I stop running her as strike? Because her strike point is a little too high. A little too high. 6,000, it doesn't seem that high, but when you're dying before she comes out a lot, you're going to want to use someone else. All right, but if you have somebody with a lot of attack speed, you're getting your strike points up really fast, then she's definitely amazing. All right, so this one's a 4-star. We can talk about some 4-stars here. Let's see. I don't know where she's gonna be. Okay, we can talk about Sierra. Sierra's got a great shield. It's a reflect damage shield. She does. I'm saying she. Her name is Sierra. Let's go with she. Oh, actually, it's not her. It's the animal that this person is riding. So let's take all that back, and the animal is now a she. Okay. So create a shield that reflects damage that allies would take. If you get Paper Sierra, hold on to it. Okay? Because it's pretty amazing. Zodiac removes debuffs and gives you special attacks, which basically just do more damage. Okay? And you can use it as a striker, her as a striker, and she'll ignore defense and give you that shield. Alright? I haven't seen it too much in the meta recently, but I have definitely faced her in many fights. Okay, now we're going to talk about something that is great alongside and instead of Paper Adonis. We're going to talk about Paper Eve. Paper. Scissors Eve. So, Scissors Eve, these are her skills. She creates a shield that makes you invincible for 3 to 4 seconds. 3 or 4 seconds. Immediate HP recovery equal to 300% or 500% of caster's defense. I'm going to take a breath. Okay, let's go on. All right, so if you have Paper Adonis, it's a second shield. I would run her in the strike position and have Paper Adonis on the main team, and this is going to be your bruiser comp, where you can totally negate the damage they try to do whenever it's best for you. And then I would run Scissors Eve in the strike position to come in with that invincibility shield after Paper Adonis. Maybe you could run Scissors Carlotta too, and then just a striker or someone in the lead position like her, somebody who's got a lot of HP and scales off of HP. The last thing I'm going to talk about today, and of course there are more monsters we could talk about. You're going to see a lot of different things right now because we're still getting used to everything, is this. This is the secret weapon, guys. If I had him, I would definitely run him. I do not. Wish I did. A method to obtain. Click on that. Please tell me. Alright, so his skills, this is okay. Accelerates all skills cooldown. That's cool. Decreases damage taken by your allies. You're not impressed yet, right? You're not impressed. Let me impress you. Skill 2, AoE damage equal to 330% of attack power. Okay, whatever. 45% chance to increase target skills cooldowns. Pause time for 4 seconds. I don't know about another champ right now that pauses time, but this is amazing. Imagine something lowers your skill cooldown, like it increases them. So let's say your skills are about to come up. You're like, yeah, I'm going to win. Here we go. We got to bleed. We got stuns. It's coming. No, it isn't. No. In fact, you're not going to do anything for 4 seconds. And I'm going to pause time on your whole team, so they're not even going to be hitting me. It's just going to be me hitting you. Okay? This is amazing. And since he's Scissors, you can run him as lead and counter that pesky Paper Kerr. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. I also stream on Twitch. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. If not, I'll see you on the fields of battle, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be beating me. Bye, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.